So we have a pretty big storm rolling through right now. It's not like a major storm by any means, but there is a lot of ice and wind with this storm. And so Mike went out to take the dogs out and he had heard a tree break. It's all ice. What'd you say?
Huh?
What'd you say?
A tree came down.
Yeah, it's
Here.
blowing pretty good. Another one just came down. Should we move the trucks, like the truck over here? Because if that comes down, it's hitting. This one looks like, can't see it, of course, but.
The car. Go get the car.
Okay. It was kind of in the area where our garden is, so hopefully it was a tree we wanted to take down anyways. And then when I was out there, I heard another tree crack and pretty sure it fell, but at least it cracked. So, and there's branches that constantly get dropped onto the roof because it's quite windy outside, but the ice is already probably 1 to 2 millimeters thick. And we're supposed to be, I think we're getting it all night, so it'd be interesting to see what it's like in the morning. Guess I'm gonna go build some walls then. What you doing?
Well, we had an ice storm. So you see the lip of this tunnel cover?
Yes.
It froze to the top of this. So you can't get this open unless you bust that loose. So I had to get this open because I gotta get the baffles for the house, which I picked up in my trip down to Michigan.
Yeah, so they're like quarter.
Yeah,
well,
got,
was it about half or quarter of the price?
It was, I think it was less than half.
Yeah.
Less than half the price.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was close to a quarter or not, but it was less than half.
We paid the same price for these as the cheaper ones. So we decided to go ahead and pick them. Well, he picked them up in Michigan.
Me and Steak Guy counted one at a time.
How many did you have to purchase?
100.
100.
Counted them out one at a time. 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100.
So we came up with a compromise. We want to start getting the walls started. So where we're gonna do a wall today is basically the stairs. Once you come up, the wall that goes right by the stairs. So we're gonna do the baffles for that section where the wall is gonna go. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Right?
Right?
All right, let's get to it.
First.
I think we just broke the agreement. I don't think we're building walls today. I think we're gonna do
I'll tell you
all
what.
the baffles.
We'll do
Or
some of the baffles and then we'll get one wall put in.
That makes sense. Yeah, because if we're gonna do a wall on this, we're gonna only do one wall today on that side. So if we do all the baffles from there all the way over, compromise. Can't really bump you, buddy.
Alright.
I had someone commented on our last video that this hole here was like, ah. Every time they saw the hole, they were like, no. Yeah, and I agree. I was like that very much in the beginning. Actually, Mike came over to the rafters with me and I held his jacket because I was like, okay, you're a little close to the edge there. But yeah, anyways, let's stop talking. Let's get working.
I'll have to clip the end and bend it down so it goes up one of these things, right?
Yeah.
But that is going to go right up in here and stapled in. It'll provide airflow so that it'll wick all the moisture away and stop any moisture from coming down if it does get through the two barriers into the insulation.
So where does the insulation go for people that don't know?
All right, so this goes up first. Once that's stapled in, the insulation goes up underneath it. So this is gonna be my template, and I'll use this on all the baffles and clip them on the side so I can bend them. Like so. Okay.
I'll hold the top.
Once I get it stapled in place, it should be fine.
And then you bend it at the crease that you see what I mean?
Right. So that should work.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
So that is so basically just the first line is our template for down there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this will fit a little bit better in there. It's not going to be that big a deal because it's going to be all sealed off with insulation anyway. And then so this gap is a little wider, but it's not that big a deal. Normally you'd have plywood and you could staple it right to the plywood, but we don't have that. So this is what we're going to end up doing. We get one more. I'll show you how they overlap. So when you put the next one in, you want to make sure that it overlaps this one. And what I'm doing is this channel here is just fitting right on top of the next one down. Perfect. Look at you go. There we go. Right?
taking off these gloves. Yeah, see that? It is chilly, so I am just gonna sit here and warm up. And just so you guys don't think, you know, it's okay to plug your electric heater into an electrical cord. It's not. You're not supposed to do that. But this is just so we can warm up here and there because we have no heat in the upstairs, and warm our fingers and toes and stuff. So we are watching it, but we don't condone plugging in your electrical heater into an outlet. But I'm just gonna sit here and get nice and toasty warm. Or your electrical heater. I don't condone putting your electrical heater into an extension cord is what I meant to say. But I'll tell you what, this is making us nice and warm. Not the area, just when you sit right in front of it. Okay, I'm holding on to Mike so that he doesn't fall in the hole. Stop! Stop! You're horrible. So I wanted to come outside and show an update of the ice. It's the next day. We never did get a wall built yesterday. So we're gonna try to get at least one wall or the prep done for that. Mike ended up finishing all of the baffles. So I will show you guys that in a minute. But the ice accumulation, I was just outside 2 minutes ago and it was raining, but now it's snowing.
But how did it start doing this? I'm baffled.
Anywho, oh, that's crazy. That's how.
Again?
I don't know, but I just pulled that off the branch there.
Yep. How was a chicken funny?
Because I just watched. Woo! Like, look at this. That's crazy. So, I mean, it's 1 degree right now. So the weather says, but so some of it, like our roof, completely all day we've been hearing the roof and the ice melting away, but there's definitely more accumulation on the trees, which is kind of worrisome. I can show you that birch tree that was hanging, and I'll insert a clip of where it was just the other day or just yesterday. So it's just waiting to snap. But yeah, it's really pretty to look at. And when you're up underneath one of these trees, it's pretty cool. So when Mike finished up the baffles, he had, probably for the better, went ahead and put in some, I don't even, collar ties, is that what that's called?
No, these are collar ties here.
These are collar ties. So he put in these boards, which is near the hole in the floor, so that's probably for the best. And then he prepared where we're gonna build the wall right here as well. So we're going, and he did all this and didn't film. So he finished the baffles. He said he was gonna come out and put a few more up. And I mean, it's done, so I'm not gonna complain. But he finished the baffles, and he also cut the landing to where, or the floor to where the floor joist is directly below it. So now we're going to try to build a wall, and then that way we would have accomplished everything that we wanted to.
Now, I figured out, I was watching a video.
Okay, yeah, but You can't do that by the stairs.
I watched a couple videos, and my normal way of building a wall is I build it, frame it out on the ground, stand it up, boom, then it's in place. This one is an angled wall, and with all the different measurements I'd have to take, I'm thinking about doing it a different way. So put the bottom plate in, put the top plate in, and then cut the boards to suit.
So the reason that we're starting with this wall here is because it's a wall that's absolute. No matter what we design up here, that wall is going to be there. We're still pretty set in the plans that we showed in a previous video, and we do really like that layout. But just in case things change, we want to start building the walls that are absolute. So that one is definitely an absolute, and that's what we're going to be building today.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
Drill that straight into the wall.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand?
You gonna get the square?
That we only get one life.
I want to do the square.
Come on now and take my hand. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair.
That's the first stud in the house. The very first stud in the entire house.
That means that there's 3 studs in the house. Oh, you need pillar, baby.